Kawaii-Club. It is Pixie, this is Jill and Ron, and we are here to talk again about fashion, trends, style, culture, and I guess the language that we use to talk about fashion and stuff in this modern era. This is a phenomenon, or just kind of a way people have been labeling fashion for the last several years. I feel like I really started seeing it pop up maybe in like the early 2010s. But again, that is kind of when I gained like fashion social consciousness. But basically, yeah, we just want to talk today all about the kind of over-core-ification of fashion. The act of referring to a fashion as like love-core or cottagecore or kid-core. And as like a fashion blogger and fashion designer, I just find this whole thing so interesting, so I just wanted to make a whole video about it and open up a discussion of, do we think this is just a harmless, natural progression of language that will help people kind of discover maybe existing fashions? Do we think this is taking a step back and this is actually like destroying existing fashions and subcultures and adding new unnecessary labels to them that favors more of this like hashtag TikTokable algorithm driven machine? I'm trying to make it like interesting. I'm trying to make it more dramatic maybe than it is. Just trying to show the two polar opposites. If you've made your way to this video on the internet, I'm sure you've heard of things like cottagecore, kidcore, fairycore. These are some of the more popular core fashions. Especially cottagecore had a huge moment in the sun early, I think in like 2010-ish, 2019-ish. This naming convention seems to come from the core naming convention with music. There would be hardcore, of course, and then like sadcore, emo-core. And in both music and fashion, these core sub-styles can range from anything as like broad as, you know, cute core to something as super niche, like I'd argue love core. Also, I have a necklace on that says I love you, and I really hope it's pointing up the right way, but also you can like barely see it with the way the angle is. Hello? I've also seen specific things like Sanrio core or Bratz core. Sanrio core used more seriously. Bratz core, I'm not sure if that was used more as like a joke. That's also a thing I've seen around a lot. People will like retweet something and be like, this is like Pixie Lux core or something, if it was like a Peeps product or a Crayola product. I should be getting paid by these companies. Joke. Speaking of getting paid, hee. This video is not sponsored, but I just wanted to quickly remind you guys that I do have a Patreon. I do live streams every month on there. I also do monthly calendars, which are downloadable and printable. There's also iPhone versions. They are super cute. You can get your name in the description for $5 as well, or $10 for your name at the end of the video. Just wanted to remind you guys, because I feel like I don't advertise it that much. But yeah, Patreon, if you want to support the channel. Woohoo! And I guess the kind of like argument, not that there really is one, but just this concept, this discussion that's going on in our brain is, you know, is this almost like a nuisance? Like all of this already has a label, and it's kawaii fashion, it's Morty K, it's just like mall goth, you know, it's alternative music. Like, you don't need to get so specific about it. And I feel like there's always been a bit of pushback to trying to I don't want to say over categorize, but very specifically like niching things down. Not gonna like get into this much, but gender and pronouns. You know, people can't bear the thought of there being more than like, you know, 3 maximum for some folks. I love that I said 3. I feel like there's sometimes like a push for things to be simplified and to not be overcomplicated, but I think at this point in time, life is huge. The internet is massive. We have more access to different styles of fashion, different people's like outfit posts around the world every single day. If you have an internet connection, you can be exposed to any kind of fashion or music. This video is about fashion, but I was just talking about how I think, you know, the core naming convention kind of maybe came from there. So while someone in an outfit that they're hashtagging Sanrio core, it may be, you know, like a pretty standard kawaii fashion, like 2010s TikTok alternative look, but it's more specifically an outfit that is very, very heavily themed around maybe a Sanrio character or something. So while yes, you could say this is just kawaii fashion, this is just whatever blank already existing sub-fashion, it is something new and specific, and I think that people should absolutely be allowed and encouraged and feel free to get weird and specific and niche. I love to see someone who has a very specific brand. I love to see a single outfit that is all just themed around like one character. I have here in my notes that kidcore is commonly just kind of decora or like a neo-decora energy. Cutecore is often again just kawaii fashion. You could argue that some cottagecore is morike, but I think morike is more specific than that. And that's again, I really think that these things, it's great that they exist. I think it's fun, I think it's creative, I think it gives us more to play with. There is just also the argument of you don't want to kind of seem like you're renaming something that already exists, especially if it's from another culture, especially if it's been around for a long time with a big cult following. So things like cutecore, I mean, like that one kind of just exists maybe to like feed the TikTok algorithm a little bit. But I also think, didn't cutecore arise during the whole like, can we say kawaii, is kawaii a bad word or a slur discourse, which I'm very surprised that that never reached me. No one has ever given me a hard time for using kawaii on anything. Maybe, I don't know, maybe they know I was a kawaii leader, so they're just like, okay, kawaii leader status. But yeah, in my opinion, I think things like cutecore, although I think I have used that before a couple of times in just like the big block of hashtags I put in on TikTok. Cutecore is one that I would argue, you know, isn't so necessary. Do I think it's hurting the kawaii fashion cause? I don't think there's maybe a definite answer to that. The kawaii fashion cause also, what like, is the, what, like, what, is it detracting? Is it taking credit? Is it steering away from Harajuku, where it originated? I would argue that it's likely driving people that are going to have an interest in kawaii fashion probably to it faster. People that maybe don't know that terminology yet. I know it seems extremely basic to us that have been in this space for like decades or longer, but maybe some people just know I like cute stuff, you know, I like squishmallows or whatever, and like they just are ready to slide down that Hello Kitty pipeline. So I want to hope that it would help guide people from like kidcore to discovering decora, and from cutecore to discovering maybe fairy K or gyaru or whatever specific lolita, whatever specific super hyper feminine cutesy maybe J fashion style, because it's always good to like do your research and know where stuff comes from and appreciate and give money back to the brands that originated it and beep boop bop 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 bop. Especially if they're cute little slow fashion. Like, I love Spank so much. I will never forget the day that I walked in and the owner and founder of Spank was just sitting there alone playing like a CD on her Barbie thing and like hot gluing accessories, and I was like, that's what I want my future to be. But yeah, just like, again, music and fashion are very, very, very intertwined with culture, and again, it's fun to read about. It's really fun to fall down that rabbit hole and get lost and learn about a whole other culture. And that's how you discover independent designers and like niche little places and the funky little like kind of difficult places to shop online that are so worth it. Like maybe you need to get a shopping service, or like there's like a sneaky little, I don't know, Taobao is hard to navigate, but like some people wear stuff on there that's so cool, and I'm like, I should try again. I should fire up the Translate app on my desktop again for her. So yeah, I guess that's my opinion. I don't overall think it's harmful. I think that it will lead people to the right places, and the super, super niche ones, I think are just fine. I think lovecore, this is what inspired this whole video actually, is that Valentine's Day just passed and I've been seeing so much lovecore this season. It is so strictly pink, red, and white, and hearts. And it is just, the outfits are hitting every single time. It's such a recipe for success. This outfit's not quite Lovecore, it's sorta kinda. I did a little YouTube short TikTok little video outfit thing of 2 Lovecore outfits that we did wear. I ended up wearing the first one on our little date. And from the subject of super specific sub-styles like Lovecore, Sanrio core, I want to talk about Party K. If you guys have been around on the channel for a long time, very early on, when I still had like a WordPress blog or a blogger blog, like a written blog. I was still a teenager at this point. So yeah, I made a blog post basically throwing out this concept of a style called Party K. K means style in Japanese, and most Japanese street fashions end in K. Fairy K, Decora K, Visual K, Mori K. And so I thought that it would be really cute to create a sub-style that was explicitly themed upon like birthday parties, slumber parties, frosting, sprinkles, cake, bunting, streamers. And I did receive some flack back then because it does fit under like a kawaii fashion Fairy K umbrella, and some people thought I was trying to like take credit for kawaii fashion and slap my name on it. Some people didn't like that I used K because it's a Japanese word and I'm a white person, and it doesn't make sense for me to kind of be like pioneering something with a Japanese name. I 100% get that now. I think I at the time was treating it more like almost making my own like OC, almost like instead of like a gemstone or whatever, it's like this is what my K would be. I totally understand now, but essentially what I was doing is what a lot of people are doing now with the core thing. Party K is essentially just like birthday core. It's just pastel, colorful outfits that heavily incorporate like themes of birthday parties, especially in the 90s. So I guess it is a little bit more specific because it is like specifically pastel, specifically kind of 90s and retro themed. I remember when I got some comments about the whole like K Japanese naming thing, people thought it was too close to Cult Party K, which is an existing Japanese street fashion. So I thought about changing it to Pixie K, and people got even madder at that. And now I see Allina core online, which is essentially what that almost was. I think the rise of celebrating personal style and kind of stamping a name on that is awesome. I think that that's special and fun and creative, and I don't think that it's stealing from anyone to mix a bunch of things in a pot and create something wholly new. I definitely don't want people to think I was trying to take credit for a fashion that has already existed for many years. I just basically thought it would be cute to have a very like strictly birthday themed aesthetic. And yeah, the title of birthday core fits that actually much better and doesn't borrow from any other cultures. It's just, you know, birthday core. So I don't know, I've mentioned that in the past. I think I am probably gonna continue to like hashtag that here and there. This outfit is not strictly like birthday core. Again, it's more on the like love core, slightly Decora inspired spectrum. But yeah, with Allina core, I think it's a really beautiful blend of Y2K, club wear, and a lot of really new interesting layering elements. Like the layering of the belts is pretty unique and really cool. And the combination of all of these different elements together is very recognizable and very cool and very Allina core. I think that should be celebrated. I think that's wonderful. I've also seen a lot of people just using the hashtag personal style on TikTok and other like fashion sharing apps. I think that's awesome. I think we are entering an era where it's almost cooler to kind of not conform to any specific niche or sub-style. Not that it really matters about like doing what's cool, but I don't know, I remember especially back in the 2010s, I felt extremely pressured to be like the perfect Lolita, and then like the perfect whatever, the perfect kawaii fashion, the perfect ooh. And now I've just really had fun mixing together elements that I like and, you know, calling it a day. I'll hashtag 4 different styles on an outfit if I have to, if it doesn't fit any one of them. I feel like creativity really blossoms when we kind of stop trying to put ourselves in a box. Anyway, I could not do a video on the like coreification of fashion without talking about core. Core is a TikTok phenomenon, I believe specifically. It's not fashion related. They're these like unsettling kind of uncanny valley videos. I don't know what's going on there. I think that's some sort of weird commentary on maybe the overglorification of fashion and culture, I don't know. I'm in a good mood. I have been blabbing and blabbing and blabbing. What do you guys think? Do you like the super niching of fashion? Are you hashtagging cloudcore and polka dot core and rainbow core? I hashtag rainbow core. What else is going on? Or are you like, no, hashtag Harajuku Takeshita Dori only, hashtag goth, hashtag emo, get out of my face? I respect you either way, and I think it's really interesting. So yeah, please, I don't know, be respectful. My comments are very tame and sweet usually. I can't imagine you guys are like, you're not emo enough, frig off! What's dark academia? I don't think that will happen, but yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to chat about this because I've been seeing it around recently and I've been adding more. You know, I kind of feel cheeky when I do like the actual definition of cheeky. I rarely use that word correctly. I will be like, hashtag Sanrio core. And then I'm like, oh, did I just commit a literal like crime against fashion? Or am I just being a sport? Am I just playing the game? And then is it just an algorithm feeding monster? Oh my god, this is like my 4th coffee of the day. I have to stop doing that on days I film. I just absolutely go for it. This video's Pixie Loves feature is Dore Imani! Imani has been making really wonderful magical girl related content on TikTok and YouTube. You gotta check this out. It is so wonderful and delightful and informative. I was actually on the edge of my seat for the merch guide video that they put on YouTube. I'm ridiculous. Yeah, I love interacting with Imani on Twitter and elsewhere, and in the chats, in the Magical Cinnamon chats is where the Precure parties happen. You guys gotta get on, you guys gotta come party with us. I'm going full Precure mode in 2023. If you guys didn't know, it's the 20th anniversary of Precure this year. I'm going full Precure mode. I had a party. It's like, no, yeah, I fell off the train for a second. I'm back on it. I'm back on the bird. Thank you guys very much for watching this video and hanging out with me. I hope it was interesting. I hope it was a thought tickler. Again, these are not real world problems. I just am in the field of fashion and I make fashion videos, so I think it's interesting. But yeah, don't think that I think that this is like, I don't know, a real problem in the world. We're just having fun, folks. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next video, which is not this one, because this one's over. Bye!